Okay, we are working on the little match girl, and so I'm going to be doing a pencil sketch drawing here. Let me see if I can do this. I don't know if y'all remember I know I saw the little match girl. She was kind of a favorite story of mine when I was a kid. Let's see if I can. Get started here. Okay, her ear is kind of showing through here. Got some really, oh my gosh, the stuff that comes from the AI generated from suggestions from YouTube and how to optimize is really, really good. It kind of has me excited, you know, it has shared some things with me related to getting my videos, hopefully getting my content monetized and reaching that 4,000 hours watch time. Okay, so let's see, we got a little crease right here, and then let's see here if I can get the nose in here. Oh, that's too high. No, it's not. Okay, let's see if we can do this. And let's see here. But the story of the little match girl is her grandpa, well, he didn't really want to take care of her. But something happened to her parents, and the state had grandpa take care of her. It's kind of almost like the movie Heidi, if any of you watched the movie Heidi. And it's about these kids who, they're orphaned, and they didn't have anybody to take care of them, and their grandpas really didn't want to take care of them. Okay, so she's got kind of scraggly hair. I just feel like I'm not doing much justice to her. Let's see here. I might have to give it a go again tomorrow. Wondering if this is one. Uh-oh. Did I make that was supposed to be the sleeve down there. Okay, let me see if I can get her this little chin here. Okay, here's the nose there. Then her little mouth is right here. Her eyes were closed. And she's got little tears running down her face like this. And she's got kind of a little mark on her face right there. And so the little match girl, she went to stay with her grandpa. And so he pretty much sent her out to go get, to go sell matches to make money. And because he didn't have any money. And so he felt like she needed to pay for her room and board. And that's, unfortunately, that's just how things were, I guess, back in that era. I don't think I left myself enough room here. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do this. I really don't think I did. I didn't. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I can't. Maybe I did. Okay, let's see if I can. We got the little dress here. And so her little, she's got on sandals. She really didn't have any shoes though. So she has holes, she's got holes in the end of her shoes is what's being depicted here. Let's see here. And so let's get her hand. Okay, and so her hand right here is holding these long matchsticks. And so that's what she was doing, was selling matchsticks. And so she had kind of a, I would call him an evil grandpa is what she had. An evil grandpa. Because he felt like she should be earning her keep, even though she was a child. And so he didn't have money actually to pay for utilities. It sounded like she was sleeping in a cold room. And if they even had utilities back then, I don't know. Okay, let's make one go in this direction. We'll just kind of make it. Now she has one hanging out of her mouth. I don't think I want to. The one hanging out of her mouth is the one I believe that she lit. There was one that she lit to keep herself warm. See how the paper's kind of shiny and it washes out a little bit? Yeah, she's looking pretty good though. But the paper is washing out a little bit. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. I think she looks young. She should look only about 5 or 6 years old. Not very old. And so there was nights that she wouldn't go back home if she didn't sell anything, because her grandpa wanted her to be earning money for her keep. And she just kind of went unnoticed. You know, they tried to keep families together when things would happen. And And so what she's sitting though by is, okay, let's see if we can get this in here. Maybe we should just leave it at that. I think that maybe I'm going to just leave it at this right here, like this. Darken some of this up a little bit like that. But yeah, the depiction of her here is coming across as young, and she's supposed to come across as young and not taken care of. She's sitting on the streets trying to sell matches to people as they go by, because that's the kind of grandpa she had. Was he sent her out onto the streets to sell matches to earn money for her keep, her room and board. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Love for you to stay and watch. I have a variety of things that I do. I have playlists, you know, so I have a wide range of things. I do drawing, crochet, comedy, everything, kind of a mix on this channel. So it's just so you know that there's going to be a wide range of things, and I know people have different interests and things like that, and I can't see breaking it out on a bunch of different channels, because that's a lot of work. And so, yeah, maybe the networks can pull that off, and that's fine. That's something that they can do. That's not something that individual people, I know it's a lot of work. It's one topic only, one niche only, and I'm not part of a network. I've never been. I don't want to be. And so I'm putting everything on the same channel. Even though people all the time, we get these videos that come up, oh, you can't put everything on one channel only. Well, that's not entirely true. You can. Okay, let's see if we can draw kind of a brick wall here. There's a little brick wall right there. That's what she's sitting by. Let's see here. Here's the, there she is. I'll have to see if I can find my pencils the next time and see if I can pull this off in pencil. Okay, so we've got kind of a windowsill right here. There's a windowsill. And so let's see here, right here. Okay, so there's, okay, let's put that up there. We'll do a little bit of, like that. And we're just going to exaggerate some of this. Okay, so hopefully that looks like a windowsill, because that's what it's supposed to be. And so inside of here is like a great big Christmas tree. And she's sitting right next to this family there inside of the house. And I'm going to draw a star on top of the Christmas tree. And there's some decorations like that. Some little decorations on the tree. And right here, she's sitting there looking. There's this great big turkey sitting there right in front of the Christmas tree. And she's sitting outside, and she's supposed to be selling matches. And she can smell this turkey. But she knows she can't go home unless she takes the money to her grandpa. And that's why she's sitting there. She's hungry. And so this turkey is sitting on here on top of a stove. There's a wood burning stove right here that's kind of got a fire and blazing inside of there. Right here is her matches. And this is the turkey sitting there. And then there's like two little ladies sitting here. One's got on a hat. They're sitting there in their nightgowns at a table. Kind of looks like a table there. They got a tablecloth. And then there's another one sitting, oh, she's right about here. She's got her hat on. You know how they wear those hats? They always depicted the people back in the day always wearing hats because they're cold. So they're sitting there at the table getting ready to eat their turkey. And she's sitting outside the window. Doesn't really have anybody to take care of her. And so they got dishes and bowls on their table. And so I don't know if we can see the window very well or not. But the paper, yeah, the light really washes it out a little bit. It really does wash it out. From time to time, I noticed with some of these drawings related to the brown paper bag. So we get this white washout. Let's see if we can. There's the two ladies there. They're supposed to be ladies, but I'm not going to draw them that well. She looks pretty good. I'm really surprised. I got the essence of her done pretty good. I didn't do all the details. There is some bricks down here. So she's sitting here on the ground and leaning up against the wall here. She's leaning up against a brick wall outside here. And she's watching these two ladies inside here. They got their turkey, their holiday tree, and she's sitting outside, and she hasn't had anything to eat, and she's scared to go back home for getting in trouble because she hasn't sold any matches. And these are the matches right here. And this is a story that we always had when I was a little kid. Every year we had the Match Girl story. They would play it on TV. It was one of those old-fashioned type shows. I call it old-fashioned because I think it was from way before I was born, like the 1950s or 40s or something like that. And it was kind of fun to watch that stuff. I always thought it was. It's funny to think of it being in the 1940s, like when my mom and my parents were kids. because I don't know if they had TV then or not. Somebody had TV, but I don't know that my parents had TV. I never got to ask them when they first got TV. That's not something I ever got to ask them, is when they first had TV. You know, the questions that I think of now that I probably will never get to ask them. Without my mom anyway. She's not here anymore, but I guess it's not that important. I guess, when I think about it, I guess it's just, I'm curious now if, you know, that I think about it. But it's not that anything that's that important. But it's probably something I would ask them if, you know, if things were different. Okay, let's see if we can make this lady look a little bit more like a lady instead of just a, I don't know, there, she looks a little bit more like stick figure lady. That's better than what we've got going on here. What does she have in her hand? She's got something in her hand there. The bowl maybe. And there's kind of a shadow of her sitting there. But it's not, you know, the emphasis is on her, the little match girl. That's pretty good. So we knocked that out pretty good. I like that. She's cute too. I wasn't sure if I was going to get the essence of her, but I sure did. I captured enough of it. She has kind of a little, well, it's a gunny sack. Kind of like gunny sack girl. That's what it looks like. She's got kind of a little gunny sack type shawl on. What she's wearing like that. And so I think that's it. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.